a young girl who might be interested in pursuing magic just might not even think of it as a possibility because the magicians she sees on television are all men. I first got started in magic when I was 10 years old. I joined the Society of Young Magicians, and I was the only girl who was a part of the group.
Magic has a woman problem. The tradition of magic that's practiced now evolved from the late 18th and early 19th century when there were women, but they were assistants. But they were actually very, very skilled magicians. And it's built into the art, the way the magician and the assistant interact. The powerlessness of the assistant, which is actually just a ruse to make you think she's powerless and strengthen the trick.
We enter into the mystery, and we are transformed. If you look at the women of the Vaudeville Era, they were doing magic. They were plucking coins out of the air and manipulating cards and reading minds all on their own.
Adelaide Herrmann was the first successful female magician. And in 1899, Adelaide, at the age of 46, debuted her solo magic act in vaudeville as the Queen of Magic. Audiences just loved seeing a woman doing magic. She immediately was booked at the Winter Garden Theatre in Berlin, in London, and in Paris. She was a headliner. She was a particular favorite of ladies, as much for what she would wear as for her magic. She was often written up in the fashion pages. She was a huge hit. People loved her. I think the time for women in magic is finally happening. This whole creaky gender bias machine is just breaking at the seams. Jen Cramer is one of those new up-and-coming magicians who, amazingly, at a very young age, has her own Las Vegas show. She's very much like Adelaide in that she's heading her own company out there in the world, and she also, like Adelaide, reaches out to her audience.
If a young girl sees my show and feels inspired, that would really mean a lot to me because magic is such an incredible, meaningful part of my life. I'd love it if more young girls are able to have that experience as well.
Magic is an art that continues to evolve. The techniques change, the props change, but the personality of the magician is what shines through. You see that spark of charisma, that spark of talent that gets people excited, and they want to watch and they want to know. And most of all, they want to be reminded that anything is possible.
March On, celebrating women who changed the world.